The pursuit of happiness. That is something which goes back long before the independence of the US. It is something actually as old as humanity. And it is a pursuit that is very much in action today, isn't it? I mean, it's not actually a bad thing. Wanting to be happy is not a bad thing. The issue is, where are we looking for it? And where do we find it? You see, because Satan whispers in our ears that true happiness and fulfillment is found in sin, in disobeying God. That happiness is found outside of what God says is good. Now, the things which he directs our attention to are going to be different, but the lie is the same, that sin will make you happy. And it's a lie that sadly we sometimes buy. In Psalm 32, both verse 1 and verse 2 start with the word blessed. And at its simplest, the word means happy. And who is the blessed one? Who is the happy one? Well, blessed is the one whose transgressions are forgiven, whose sins are covered. Blessed is the one whose sin the Lord does not count against him, and in whose spirit is no deceit. That is where happiness is to be found. True happiness is found not in sin, but in knowing your sin has been dealt with. And in those first two lines, David gives us three descriptions of how our sin has been dealt with. Firstly, our sin's been forgiven. That is, our sins have been taken away, carried off into the horizon. It's a picture of what Jesus did as he died for our sins. Jesus took those sins, bore them on himself. He took them away. He removed them from us. Secondly, our sins are covered. That is, the shame that sin brings is covered up, and we are clothed in Jesus' righteousness. Thirdly, he says he doesn't count our sin against us. It's like getting your next credit card bill, and despite the fact you've made numerous purchases this month, there's nothing on your bill. Your purchases haven't been charged to your account. And it's like that with our sin. It is not counted against us. And this is where true happiness is found, not in sin, but in knowing our sin has been dealt with, forgiven, covered, not counted against us. And isn't that wonderful news? Isn't that the best news, the best truth ever? And David tells us how it is that we can enjoy that, how we can make that real to us each and every day. And it's found in confessing our sin. Because you see, unconfessed sin leads to discomfort, to weariness, whereas confessing our sins brings comfort and peace. Just listen to how David describes his own experiences. When I kept silent, verse 3, my bones wasted away through my groaning all day long. For day and night your hand was heavy on me. My strength was sapped as in the heat of summer. Then I acknowledged my sin to you, and did not cover up my iniquity. I said, I will confess my transgressions to the Lord, and you forgave the guilt of my sin. Regular confession of our sins makes that truth of God dealing with our sins real to us each and every day. So let's do so, and enjoy the forgiveness that is ours.